Can you hear me? Hi, this is Rosa, Merchante de Molina. I am using my full name. This is not my first video on YouTube, but it feels like the very first one of this chapter of this era that I am in. See, I'm so nervous. Let me give you a little bit of a context of who am I so that you just know and you decide if it's something for you or not. I'm Rosa with a Z from Ukraine, moved to the United States when I was 18, pursuing my career in producing in Hollywood in music video world. That's all I wanted to do. It was my dream. It was my absolutely everything. I was breathing music videos. I was talking about producing all the time. That's the only thing that was interesting to me. I started my YouTube channel a long time ago, 5 years ago. But then I got very self-conscious. I was shy about my accent. Yes, I just want to thank you for being with me. I thought that what I'm saying is nonsense. I thought that I am not cool. And if I want to build my career in entertainment as an executive, I had to behave. So at that time, I put my dream of having a YouTube channel behind and I focus on production. I've worked with biggest brands in the world, doing big campaigns, big video games promos. I met my best friend and my partner and my husband. His name is Marco. He's a huge part of the story, so I will refer to him a lot. And one of the projects that I co-produced got nominated for a Grammy. You know, I will need to find that picture because I photoshopped it once where I'm like this with a picture and there's a little Grammy statue, thinking that this is going to be my ultimate goal. I want to produce projects that will be recognized by the audience worldwide. That's what I wanted to do. And in a matter of 3 years, I achieved my biggest dream. And the experience was surreal, obviously. Me going to the Grammys in a beautiful dress and people celebrating music and entertainment. It was such an experience that I thought I will never live in my life. And yet I realized my dream in a matter of 3 years. It was amazing, it was cool, it was exciting. And at the same time, it was 2022. I was 21-year-old and my heart was bleeding for my family, for my country that entered very dark times, fighting for freedom, fighting for the right to exist. And at that time, while I'm living the best experience of my life, something that I came here to do, to accomplish, I didn't feel fulfilled. Almost as if I thought this is the ultimate dream, this is what I wanted to do. And then once I accomplished that, I knew that this is not it. This is not my purpose. This is cool, this is exciting, but this is not me, Rosa, was made to do in this world. So I was 21 and I became not only emotional pillar of my whole family, but also financial. And I need to figure out how to sustain all of us. But as an executive, my job is to foresee where the industry is going. My job is to see what are the changes are going to be happening in the industry. How do you adapt? What do you create? What the audiences are looking for? I knew that there's going to be some transformation happening in our business. And indeed, it happened. The strikes, the tough times after the pandemic, the AI, and all of this on top. Now, I had existential conflict inside me because I focused on producing. I was trying to help my family to bring them here. And I worked with the stars and the brands and Grammy nomination, all of that. And at the same time, we launched the production company called Space Brain to do films and TV. We found amazing IP and I started developing it and I got this IP from zero to hero and it's still in development and creating all that. However, there was something. I was missing honesty and human connection in the world that felt more and more digital. The digital world is so amazing because look at me, now I can talk to you. However, there was something that it is just not enough. for me. So to me, it was the time to create something special, something different. And I spent 7 months doing research, trying to figure out what would be the next product that we can create, where Marco and I can come together, bring all our creativity, all our producerial experience, all our passion for life. And I landed on mezcal. Don't ask me why. I still don't know what was happening in my head that I landed on mezcal, but tracing back, I was born in a very good family. My dad was a pastor, a missionary, and alcohol was never part of my lifestyle growing up. And once I turned 21, I started experimenting with different spirits and wines, and I realized that the only spirit that I actually enjoy was mezcal. Some of them were good, some of them were a little bit different, not in a good way. There were things that I didn't like right away, this gasoline-ish, overly smoky flavor that I didn't like. Now I know why and from where it's coming from, but this is another story. Marco is originally from Mexico City, so with him, I inherited love for the culture, for the language, for the creativity and passion and values and family, and I just love their culture. So at that time, I tried mezcal. I really liked that. I used to try different mezcales here and there, and yet there was just one brand that I liked, but I still wasn't necessarily full on enjoying it fully. How awkward right now, because I don't have a structure and I want this to be as real and honest as possible, and right now I really just don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm just going around the bushes, but I landed on mezcal. I still don't know how I landed on mezcal, but I knew that the only spirit that I enjoyed was mezcal, and yet it was very difficult to find the good one. And I did the whole presentation. I put it together, white paper, explaining why this, why now, why us, where it's going, what is the vision, how we're gonna build it, how we're gonna integrate it into our ecosystem, and why is it something that we truly love. And at that time, I was looking for the project that, again, Marco and I can come together and bring all our gifts and talents and producerial experience into it. However, I was also looking something that you can create, you can see it, you can smell it, you can try it, you can taste it, and it's not AI-able. And guess what? Yes, it was mezcal. I did the whole presentation for Marco. He was excited and he asked me, this is all cool, but how do you start a mezcal brand? And I said, this is a good question. Here's a ticket to Oaxaca. Go and figure this out. And then put a little note, my love, we will figure this out, because indeed, this is a very Ukrainian way of doing things. If you don't know something, just go and ask. If you don't know something, just go and figure out. Go to the source, try to find anybody that you can ask, and then just find out yourself. So he goes to Oaxaca, and this is how our journey began. Obviously, going to Oaxaca and asking where people make mezcal would be equivalent to landing in LA and asking people, hey, do you know where you make movies? I mean, everywhere. This is Hollywood. You make movies everywhere at this point. So he landed in Oaxaca. Our production designer, Jose, that we used to work with on our projects, he is originally from Oaxaca, and he introduced us to his father, who had this little crumbled piece of paper with 3 numbers, and just one by one, call it one place, the other place. And I remember when Marco called me and said, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to talk to. This doesn't feel right. And I said, my love, you will find the right person. Just surrender to the process. You've been working so hard. Enjoy your country. Have amazing food. Reconnect, connect. Get some rest. The right person will come your way. So hang up. And meanwhile, I'm literally on my knees praying to meet the right maestro mezcalero. Eventually, he calls me in a couple of hours saying, Rose, I found it. He comes back with a little sample of mezcal, and I tried it. And you guys, this is the type of mezcal that you have a little sip and it just takes you to another planet. It's so good and it's so different. It doesn't have this overly smoky flavor. It's so special. And we met with some of our friends that are mezcal connoisseurs. They truly know mezcal. They go there. They are those type of people that go to Oaxaca to bring good mezcal here. And they tried it and they were so impressed by the quality, by the purity of it, by the taste. And it was the beginning of our journey, which I think it's very important when you start something and you have friends that can support you and can encourage you and say, yeah, you got this, just go for it. And this is what happened to us. And I'm so grateful to our friends. Now, we didn't have a name right away. It took us a while to figure this out. But doing my research, I knew that we had to go through the trademark process, all these regulations and approvals and all of this. So it was the beginning of One of Us. When I started learning about mezcal, I discovered so many beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things that I was genuinely missing in my life. Connectivity to the earth, beautiful connection between people, the craftsmanship that goes into alcohol. Alcohol does have sometimes a bad reputation, and I understand why. Sometimes you don't even know what you're drinking what you consume, and very often it's not necessarily the beautiful spirit that is meticulously crafted with love and care and passion and patience, which is very important in production. The one of the biggest problems that I discovered in the market, which also started this whole thing, is because there are brands that have beautiful packaging, gorgeous bottle. However, the juice, the liquid doesn't necessarily match the beauty and quality of the bottle. Or they are brands that truly care about the quality of mezcal, but very often it doesn't come in the aesthetic that would resonate to a luxury customer. Building an alcohol brand, it's not for the faint of heart. It is a very complex, regulative process. And I get it. Marco and I, instead of buying the house, decided to start a mezcal business in the industry that we had no clue what we're doing with it. We started and it turned out to be my true purpose in life. I grew so much. I discovered so many beautiful things about myself, about people I surround myself with, people that I'm building this with. One day will go beyond mezcal. It's gonna be more than that. This is the beginning of October, which is Q4. This is the first holiday season for One of Us. We launched 7 months ago and already activated a couple of locations. We started selling online through e-commerce, and we're selling right now a couple of bottles a day, which is great, but we need to triple that in order to sustain ourselves. This is definitely one of the most difficult years of my life, but thriving and believing that whatever we are going through today will bring amazing outcome in the future. There's no single cell in my body that doubts that this will work out. And right now when it's so difficult and we are operating under pressure and in the middle of the storm, I know that this project will work out and be amazing. And it's going to be so beautiful to see this project unfold in real life. And well, the reason why I'm actually studying this YouTube journey is because a couple of reasons. First, I wanted to overcome my own fear. I wanted to overcome my own insecurity of my accent, of my appearance. I don't know, whatever my head came up with to stop me 5 years ago. And I wanted to overcome this fear with love. I wanted to hug this fear with my love for YouTube, for my love for sharing, for my love for connecting with you. I am a creative entrepreneur. I'm a founder. But at the core, I want to inspire people to create, to live with purpose, and bring quality people together. I wanted to do this because I know that I'm not alone. You and I, we are so unique and we amazingly created. We have a place and time and purpose to exist. Sometimes the only thing that we need to do is to start, it's to go for it, it's to overcome all those fears that are deep inside you and say, I can do that. I have the right qualities and drive and ambitious to do this. You persevere and you just go further. You go and you build and you create and you connect. I wanted to start this to invite you into this story, for you to be a part of this and for us doing this together. I want to see you, I want to know you, I want to connect with you. So this is gonna be exciting to navigate this creative venture of mine. I want to let you know that I will do my best of the best to bring the best value into your life by doing my best in my life, creating this brand and building in public together. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If there's anything of what I just said resonates with you, please subscribe, be a part of this journey. Leave me a little comment so that I could see you, so that I could notice you and start building this whole thing together. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for your time, and I will do my best for you to not to get tired of this. Thank you.